The connection today is actor Cary Grant, although you probably wouldn't recognize him at first. The film is Alice in Wonderland. Like most adaptations of Alice in Wonderland, this is actually Alice through the Looking Glass and Alice in Wonderland combined into one. In this version, she enters Wonderland through a mirror and meets all the famous characters we know and love. However, in this version, she meets them in a random order. This was the first film that had a star-studded cast playing the colorful characters, a tradition which many subsequent adaptations would try to continue. The reason for this was because Paramount was in financial trouble and thought an ensemble film would save them. Unfortunately, it did the exact opposite. They were actually saved by two Mae West movies that came out that same year, and ironically, both starred Cary Grant. The theory behind why this film was such a flop was that because even though this had a star-studded cast, everyone was unrecognizable behind all the makeup and prosthetics. However, in the beginning of the film, we see pictures of the actors next to their characters, so I don't see how it was so hard to figure out who was who. I personally am a big fan of the Alice in Wonderland story and have seen many adaptations of it through the years. I can honestly say that this is one of my favorite adaptations. This film has a storybook quality to it. What I mean is that it does a great job capturing the dreamlike state of mind and wild imagination of a child. Very few adaptations have ever been able to retain this aura throughout the entire film, and it's almost hypnotic in a way. Watching this is definitely an experience. It's a fun film. All the costumes and set pieces resemble the original Lewis Carroll drawings pretty faithfully, and you can tell a lot of work went into this. It's one of those films that you can turn the sound off to and still be invested because of all the amazing visuals presented in front of you. Like most Alice adaptations, there are moments of complete insanity that make you so confused that you can't help but laugh. My absolute favorite moment of this is Cary Grant's song as the Mock Turtle. He sings the song Beautiful Soup and cries throughout the entire song. It's so bizarre that it makes me crack up every time. Another one of my favorite parts is Gary Cooper as the White Knight. It's a scene that's supposed to be played for laughs, but honestly, it's so unfunny that it's funny. Plus, I just love Gary Cooper when he tries to do comedy. It's just a shame that he didn't do more of it. That's honestly all I can say about this movie without having to talk about every scene individually. And if I did that, we'd be here all day. If you're a fan of Alice in Wonderland, then check this version out. You won't be disappointed. And if you aren't a fan, then give this version a watch anyway. It's a fun little excursion from the sensibilities of life.